October 22nd, 2013. The hallways of Danvers High School are filled with the voices of excited students. Halloween is drawing near, so everyone's in a really good mood. However, except for a 14-year-old boy named Philip Chism. Now he's a new student at Danvers High School and he's still adjusting after moving away from his hometown in Clarksville, Tennessee. Now as a person, he's on the quieter side, but has found some new friends and even joined the school's soccer team in the short time that he joined the school. However, the trauma of his parents' divorce is starting to weigh in on the young boy. He seems unusually quiet when he attends Colleen Ritzer's class one day. Now Colleen Ritzer is a 24-year-old teacher who is also new to Danvers High School. She worked at Danvers as a math teacher for about 2 years and has rapidly become one of the students' most favorite teachers. Miss Ritzer has a huge passion for math and has this unique skill where she can break down and make her students easily understand difficult math problems and equations. She's one of those teachers who's willing to devote her time and effort for students who are struggling and just wants to be a positive influence in their lives. Once the bell rings, she asks one of her students if he could stay after class, and that student happens to be Philip, who seemed like he could use the extra help. Now another student stops by to see her favorite teacher and overhears her and Philip's conversation. Nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary at first, with Miss Ritzer asking if Philip misses Tennessee, where he quickly turns angry and anxious. Thankfully, she changes topics, which seem to calm the boy's nerves. However, the other student later hears Philip mumbling something under his breath. Colleen then stands up from her chair, where a security camera notices her exiting her classroom, where she waves and smiles at someone walking across the hallway. Now shortly after this, she vanishes into the bathroom. Now at first glance, the CCTV footage seems perfectly normal. However, at the time, nobody realized that she would not leave the bathroom alive. Just moments later, Philip enters the hallway and follows her, wearing a blue hoodie, which is a bit strange considering he was just wearing a red hoodie throughout the whole day. He then puts his hood up over his head, and later puts on a pair of gloves. The CCTV footage shows the moment Philip enters, where he carries out the attack inside the bathroom, with a single door blocking the camera's view. But this doesn't mean nobody witnessed the attack. They were just never aware of what they were looking at. Now fast forward 11 minutes later, and another student enters the bathroom, glancing briefly at what seems to be a naked woman in the bathroom. After the student witnesses the grisly aftermath of the crime, she dismisses it, thinking that she walked in on someone changing, and then quickly rushes out the door. Philip leaves shortly after, and it is at this moment in time that Colleen Ritzer is on the verge of death. However, we're not sure what events took place in the bathroom. All we do know is that it was very barbaric. Now Philip himself believed that he carried out the killing pretty smoothly. However, what he forgot to think about was how he should hide the body and evidence. Now he tries to hide his face from the camera as he makes his way out of the school, where we notice that he is overrun by guilt. He then throws away Colleen's clothes, where he then returns to the classroom to retrieve his backpack and her purse. Once he disposes of the purse, he makes his way back to the bathroom until he sees one of his friends. Now earlier that day, they arranged some plans to hang out near the soccer field, but Philip didn't show up. Now his friend stops and asks Philip what's going on, and he subsequently informs investigators that Philip was drowning in sweat and looked completely petrified. Philip then rolls a trash can towards the bathroom, where he then hides Colleen's body inside. He then puts on a ski mask, rolling the trash outside of the building, and conceals her into the woods behind the school and tries to cover her body up with leaves. When authorities eventually find her body, the various grisly injuries to her body drive many to tears. It was found that her neck was cut multiple times using a box cutter. On top of this, there was proof of sexual torture, presumably caused using a foreign object. Now a note was found next to her body, with the words, "I hate you all." Due to the overwhelming amount of video evidence of the boy's guilt, police arrest Philip Chism, where he's placed on trial, where he states that Colleen said a trigger word, Tennessee, which sent him into a bloodthirsty frenzy. However, Philip's story is kind of hard to believe. Someone who kills in the moment most likely will not plan on bringing changes of clothes, gloves, and a ski mask. Since he's underage, Philip is not faced with a life sentence due to Massachusetts law. Alternatively, he is convicted with sexual assault, armed robbery, and first-degree murder charges, and receives a 40-year sentence. However, in my opinion, the sentence does not fit the crime. On one hand, we have a 14-year-old boy who knows the morality system and knows right from wrong, and carried out a crime that was both calculated and barbaric. On the other hand, we have Colleen Ritzer, who is a considerate woman with sincerity. She had a genuine desire to leave a lasting impact on her students, which had just started becoming a reality. She could have shaped so many futures, as well as helped brighten so many of her students through her passion, insight, and leadership. Before her death, Colleen posted a tweet that summarized her life very well. No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. Even though her life ended in the worst imaginable way, it will never truly shape what kind of a person she was. Her legacy that many people remember her by is one of absolute kindness, affection, and grace.